What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Games at Large Midweek Show for September 16th. Today we got a little bit of some things to talk about. With me tonight is Mr. T. How you doing, man?
Hit up, fools, Mr. T.
And we also got Shadow Fox Infinite. What's up?
You know what it is.
And Good Shep.
What's up, y'all? Can't wait to open up my goodies. That didn't sound right, but I don't care.
All right. Well, the first thing we're going to talk about, because we have to get this out of the way right now, is Pika 316 showing up at WrestleMania 32. Apparently, there was a new trailer for the Pokken tournament game, and in it, they show the masked Pikachu character basically pulling off a stunner on Charizard. A Stone Cold stunner. Complete with Charizard doing the backflip after he falls down.
You gotta sell that move.
They gotta sell it. Also, your boy Pikachu does a sunset flip on Lucario, I think it was. I can't remember all these freaking Pokemon names, but anyway, he does a sunset flip on one of them. So I'm expecting a rock bottom in the next damn video.
Oh, yeah.
No, I think there was a WWE game.
Or 619, whichever comes first.
Hey.
But I just thought it was important. If you get a chance, go on YouTube or Geek Tyrant. You'll see the trailer for it, and in it you'll see where he stuns Charizard. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. I'm waiting to get my Pika 316 shirt. All right, so first up, Nintendo named a new president this week, and it is Tatsumi Kimishima. Apparently, he was head of human resources and one of the main finance guys, from what I understand.
He was also briefly the president of Nintendo of America, I believe, for about 4 years.
Yeah, from 2002 to 2006, he was. So...
same size. Nice. A little bit bigger. Oh, sorry, I didn't mute the mic.
You good, man?
I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I just got home. I got a bunch of toys for me to play with. I'm hyped. I got a lot of gaming stuff today, so.
We can tell.
Toys.
Yes, because I admit it. People are like, oh, I got tech. No, dude, this is toys for adults and kids.
Some people can't handle that, you know. Their egos can't handle.
Did you get a power drill? Did you get power drill?
That's what real men have for toys.
You gotta get a power drill along with all that, then you can feel all right.
And a backhoe or like I don't know, some type of chainsaw.
Then maybe I'll get some
gas powered, you know.
Some dip too, of course, because real men dip.
Yep.
Ew.
That shit is nasty. Chewing tobacco. Sorry, not for me.
It doesn't work for me either. It's kind of
popular in the Marine Corps though. A lot of Marines dip.
Very popular.
Baseball too.
I tried it because everybody tries it.
Yeah, I tried it too. I almost threw up the first time I tried it.
I had it. I was like, "Where's my cigar?"
Yeah. Oh no, I got cigars right. I'm sorry. See, now you make me want to smoke tonight.
Gamers at cigars.
Yes.
Basically.
What happened?
Yeah.
I need to get a bottle of scotch too. That way I could sip on some scotch and smoke my cigars.
Yeah.
Did you just put the baby to bed? Well, why are we talking about this? Look.
Gamers English.
ADHD at large. Expect anything.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Sorry, people, for that short, brief ADHD moment. We do apologize.
Poking people are doing wrestling moves.
What the hell are we talking about?
Kimishima.
So, thoughts. Go. Anybody. Doesn't matter.
Yamochi 2.135.
Did you know he predicted the Wii U and fail?
Okay, so here's the deal. This dude has worked almost every Nintendo of America position. He's worked a lot of NCL positions as well, and he's done a lot of them at the same time. So this guy is like clearly a multitasker, and he saved this company a lot of money because these are, these are corporate positions that he's done all by himself. So clearly he's at least organized enough to where he can do that kind of stuff without, I don't know, bankrupting the company. So and he's kind of stern from some of the past comments he made back in 2002, 2003, and stuff like that when he was talking about how the GameCube should be marketed and stuff like that. But I mean, he was actually the president at the time. You never saw him. He came in. It was either right after Peter Main or Howard Lincoln, because Howard Lincoln had a departure, and then there was a North America interim that basically sat in his place. And I don't know if it was Peter Main or not. I think it was him for quite a bit, and then this guy was there, but he never showed up at anything. He was the person that went behind Howard Lincoln after Howard Lincoln announced the GameCube as being basically it would make the PlayStation 2 irrelevant. So he started to go on that campaign at that point in time, and then after that he basically became an HR guy again after Reggie stepped into the spotlight. So I don't know. All I know is the dude is on his P's and Q's, and granted that he knows everything that's happening on the NOA side of things. Obviously relations will be greater. That can go both ways. It can be kind of like, look, I'm over here and this is what we got to do. We understand what y'all saying y'all want these Japanese games moved over there, but we ain't got that bread like that. So it's one of those things where it could be both the gift and the curse. So we'll see exactly what he decides to listen to and what he decides to ignore pretty soon. And the writing will be on the wall. It's transparent enough to where we can see why is this game being shipped to Europe, but it can't make it, a couple of thousand miles back over this way.
So one thing I like about him from what I've seen, he seems very straight to the point kind of guy, so you don't have to second guess with him.
Yeah.
He reminds me a little bit, people exaggerating, a little bit of Yamauchi.
A
little bit. I'm not a lot, because people are like, oh, he's Yamauchi 2.0. No, he's not. No, he's not.
You know what, though?
There are similarities, but not that much.
No, you know what, though? His last name. Pretty badass.
Yeah. Oh, I
really
sound like
you sound like he's a techie.
He doesn't look as charismatic. He has that, hard stone face kind of look. And he's not Iwata.
That's what I'm saying. He's
that dude who sits in a boardroom and gives you a look and say one more wrong word and
say the
you
wrong
are
thing.
done.
I'm gonna slit your throat.
I'll snap
It will not find
I'm telling you. But listen. His last name, Kimishima.
Mm-hmm.
Mishima.
Mm-hmm. Where's the volcano?
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. So in that regards, he's a little bit like Yamauchi.
Yeah, well, Yamauchi had them stairs that'll kill you. You didn't know who that.
It's a little bit like Yamauchi.
To the point where he needed shades. It was like mandatory. Wear these shades.
It's like, you don't wear these shades, we can't let people be around you.
Yeah, you didn't know did he ever smile?
Only when he was murdering you with the
a couple times.
I think it was that evil
guy. Mariners games.
He smiled when he was murdering people with rumble packs.
Industry standard now.
Shake him some more. He needs more.
Yeah, man, Yamauchi boy, man, you be seeing him at like game conferences. All you see is the face. You like, yeah, ain't nobody messing with him.
He had the entourage too, though. Like
he always had his group.
Yakuza or something.
Yeah, I tell people all the time. He's Yakuza. I don't care what nobody says.
Like people show up, they bowing and stuff. Like they giving him space. Like he has crowd space when this is at like North American trade events. Like a big crowd of people.
No one touch him. If you mess up his linen, he will kill you.
Harding the.
They know what happened to Tom.
He walked to public place.
They knew what happened to Tom and Jerome. Ain't nobody see them no more.
Nobody ever heard from them ever again.
But Mr. Mishima, that's what we're gonna end up calling him now.
Mishima Industries.
after he, I guess he developed Prototype Jack, but he's gonna he's already made a couple of comments already that pretty much state his bearing being kind of like Yamauchi, and basically saying that, hey, you know what, we're gonna keep the party going. So they're not gonna stop doing anything that Iwata had going. That was one comment that was already made, because people are already like, hey, are you just gonna go full mobile? What are you guys gonna do? And he's like, you shut up. We're gonna continue doing what we said we were gonna do. We're not changing. We're not deviating from anything. As a matter of fact, any future plans that we had, we're going on with those future plans as well, and we will continue to do those as long as it is a profitable business.
So sit your dumb ass down, bitch.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. And he's got all these things.
Yep.
And whoever is going to be the new creative, since I guess whoever Mr. Iwata had as proteges, those will be the next guys to step up when it comes to product and marketing and design and coming up with new IPs and stuff like that. That's basically, it's not going to be him. It's not going to be Mr. Mishima, because he's too busy making Prototype Jack. This guy right here. Oh my God, he got that PlayStation 4. Good God.
Taking King, son.
Man, play you some Spelunky, man.
No. I'm a huge Dragon Ball fan, so Dragon Ball Xenoverse will keep me busy for a while.
For real though, get you, if you haven't signed up for it yet, there should be a PlayStation Plus card in there. Get it.
Oh yeah, I got a whole year.
Yeah, there's already like $100 in games for free if you know when to download them.
Go get it.
Yeah.
I'm ashamed.
Go get you your games.
I have no shame. I'm taking it off.
And on that note, since we're talking Sony, TGS is this week. But for some reason, I thought it was next week, so I didn't know. Some people
he wasn't the only one. I had to do a crash course myself.
Yeah, I was calling.
A couple of people was like, did you see this at TGS? I'm like, TGS ain't till next week. They was like, no, it ain't. It's going on now. So I was behind a little bit, but I did get caught up. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you go to a site, and let me see if I can find it. It's called pushsquare.com.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah, there's a lot of good Sony stuff on there. If you know, matter of fact, let me share this out. Let me share the screen out for everybody so they can see it. This is where I usually go to get like a lot of info from the Sony side of things. As you can see, it's pretty much, they usually have a lot of good stuff on it, and they've been going crazy over TGS. So I saw a lot of good stuff from it. A lot of it is a lot of stuff that's coming out next year, which actually looks pretty damn good.
Did you see the things?
I'm actually looking forward to that Star Ocean. Huh? Do what?
The Morpheus announcement?
Yeah, it's Project, what they call it now?
PlayStation VR, I think is what
they're calling it. Yeah, PlayStation VR now. So, yeah.
I like the name Morpheus better.
Yeah.
It just sounds better. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, Andre, why don't you talk about how you love King of Fighters?
SNK, this better be alpha footage. This better be alpha footage, because Kyo and Iori do not look like themselves, and I'm not talking about their clothes. Their faces do not look like the characters. And I am a big King of Fighters fan, and if you screw this up, I will send you a ton of angry letters telling you how pissed off you made me.
Andre, stop being a graphics whore. Being a graphics whore.
No, that's not graphics. That's not graphics. That's their faces. They need to look like themselves. Look, Joe, Terry, and Andy don't even look like themselves, but they look more like themselves than Kyo and Iori do.
They're trying to go back to them NES days.
If they trying to scramble up the faces, they scramble up the faces. If they scramble up my dude Shingo, and they mess up Kensu, I'm gonna be pissed, because I like those characters a lot.
I was gonna say they better not mess up King, but King has that generic boyish face. I don't think you can mess that up.
King, they can't mess up, because she actually, to be honest, Kyo looks like what King should look like. Just the eyes should be different. The face is basically the same.
Yeah, that is like such an androgynous love-hate relationship I have with that woman. Because I'm like, what are you?
And the thing is, I'm looking at these characters, I'm like, how the heck is Ryo gonna look? What's Robert gonna look like?
Yeah.
What's Yuri or Takuma going to look like? If they don't keep that design.
Robert has a distinct look, and Lord forbid if they try to put anybody from World Heroes in there.
If this game is PS4 exclusive, then that's my hook right there. I'm buying it.
Now I didn't see the full trailer for this. My Sure and I. Is there any love? Like
there was no My Sure Nori in there.
No physics test?
But
there was no jiggle physics.
There was a little blurb. Basically, like there was like wait and see because they haven't. That's not the full roster.
No, and you want to know something? I noticed when I was looking at that trailer about Yori's costume. It looks like they copied a Mugen version of Yori. Like there's one with a black trench coat and red pants, and they just flipped the colors and shortened the coat. And threw a shirt on underneath it. I was like, oh y'all copying Mugen characters now. Y'all ran out of ideas.
Dude, I mean, hey, you kind of knew something had to happen. I did see that Star Ocean 5 trailer though.
Yeah, that was looking real good.
And that's supposed to hit Japan early next year, so hopefully
by the end of next year for US, Western civilization.
Basically, I mean, I don't see a game like that being out like within like the first half of the year over here. Hell no. So this probably would be like a fall release.
No, I'm figuring all that dialogue. Yeah.
Did anybody notice that Sony Japan changed the acronym of their name?
Yeah.
They switched from SCEJ to SCEJA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering what that A is for.
Is that recent or?
I think that is.
That is recent. That is, from what I understand, is recent because I haven't been seeing that before. Unless it happened, I just wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, that's my first time seeing that.
I think that's TGS is the first time I've seen it too, so I don't know.
Oh yeah. And
I'm looking at the trailer now, and I like the way that they started the intro at least anyway. You got to count down the years.
Yes.
Yeah, you always got to do that.
Yeah,
that's worth doing.
Where was the other? There was one more game that I was looking at. Oh yeah, and if you're a fan of Danganronpa, they're doing one on the PS4 and Vita.
Yeah, so get it on both.
Get it on both.
If you have both.
And there's 2 Yakuza titles coming.
One's a remaster.
Yeah, one is a remaster. No. Yep. Take that back. One is a remaster.
Yes, one is a remaster. It is a good game, so get it anyway.
Wait, it's coming for Port Station 4, right?
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, of course it's going to be a remaster. That's a given. Continue.
So you know what? You're wrong.
You are really wrong.
You took my joke I was going to say remaster Station 4. You just killed it. Thank you.
Now, the one game that I actually really did like seeing was the Gravity Rush. Gravity Rush looks good on PS4. I played the original on the Vita, so I actually enjoyed that game a lot. So I'm actually looking forward to it.
Hey Jay, not to be rude, could we just stop talking for a second and see if we can hear T?
Yeah, I think he's trying to test it out now. You
have the floor, T.
Yeah, you got to reconnect.
Yeah, something ain't right with his connection. Sorry about that, Jay.
Oh, no problem. I didn't see it. T, you want to try again? Okay. All right. So yeah, we got that. We got Gravity Rush. The only other thing, I didn't see anything that really rubbed me the wrong way or anything. I think it's a good showing that they did at TGS. I'm also glad that a lot of that stuff is actually either hinted at coming or pretty much said it's coming to the West. So I'm actually kind of glad about that.
So we were talking earlier though. Do you think it's too little, too late?
Can you hear me now, folks?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, we hear you now.
What you did to your mic, man?
I don't know what happened. It's tripping.
But yeah, I mean, I don't think it's too little, too late. I mean, dude, the PlayStation came out 2013. I mean, It's only been 2 years. I mean, usually the good games for a system usually don't start coming out anyway till like 2.5 to 3 years anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I was gonna say about the 2.5 to 3.5 year mark in between there.
That's why
some of the better games.
That's why I always laugh when I kept hearing people talk about. I'm like, dude, when does the best games in a system, in a series, in a life cycle come out? The end or the beginning? You didn't get Last of Us in 2006. You got it in 2013.
I love how people have selective amnesia when it comes to this stuff.
They only hold Nintendo's feet to that fire, even though Wii U had, Pikmin 3. It had
They started off with a pretty decent launch, honestly.
Super Mario 3D World, all in the first year.
Their launch was unprecedented because they had the most M-rated games in a launch title like ever. Like nobody had in a launch window. And they
dropped the ball in advertising.
They haven't
really dropped the ball advertising
titles in their launch window since GameCube and Xbox. That was the last time I seen hey, we got 20 games. That was the last time I seen that on day one.
Yeah.
So
I'm still educating fools on Wii U is different from Wii.
Yeah, I'm listening to people in the press and stuff like that do their podcasts, and they're like, "Should I buy Wii U now? Because Super Mario Maker is really, really good." And I'm like, but then you talk about all the other games that are really, really good when you mention this, but you say, but these couple of games are really good for this platform, and I'm like, but you're championing two other platforms that you've only bought ports for, and the only software that's been exclusive for it has been ports for the most part, and there's nothing to say this is the reason why you should have this platform. I mean, what was the thing? The hype for them was the features about the streaming and stuff like that, right? So what game promotes the streaming and makes it impossible on another platform?
Not one I can think of.
What game supports system resume? Because these are the features that were hyped. So how does that advance our game? That's what I'm trying to see. So I don't know, man. I'm
fighting a losing battle here.
I start ranting again, and it's just all bad. I just don't understand why.
See, your problem is, bro, is that unfortunately, as much as people try to claim to be logical, most people nowadays aren't logical at all. They make most of their judgments on emotion. They don't actually take the time to think about why they make these choices. They don't take the time to think about what they're actually using and why they're using it.
Well, this is what I don't understand.
Because we were just talking about game DVR, and like you were just talking about on Xbox One, I'm like, well, I don't like to use it because the quality isn't as good as my capture card.
Not even close.
Not even close.
And mine's been broken on my Xbox One. I only used it for the first couple of months I had the platform.
Yeah.
So Xbox.
But now all of a sudden that these Sony and Microsoft does that, now that's a necessary feature. Even though we went through an entire gen just using capture cards and that was fine, but now your console has to offer game DVR.
Well, it's okay.
Even if it's bad quality.
Gotta love that selective memory and fanboyism.
It's all right. If people want the feature, if it's important to them, let them have it.
I'm just saying, if it's important enough to you, wouldn't you want the best quality?
Yeah, I would prefer even if I gotta use something separate, I'd prefer to have it as good as it can be.
My whole thing about that is, you like what you like, but don't ignore what's there either. I mean, don't pretend.
Yeah.
That's my issue. Like, if you like something, then admit you like something for this reason. Don't try to BS yourself and everybody else.
I listened to a very notable reviewer sit here and say, in the wake of not having anything to play on his Xbox One, and he's playing a port and the rest of Metal Gear Solid 5 on his PlayStation 4, that he has his Wii U constantly hooked up, but he doesn't have much to play. They always talk about indie games for the other platforms, this said individual, but he never talks about any of the indie games on the Nintendo platform. A lot of them are exclusive on the Nintendo platform. But they never talk about them. I've sent them multiple emails regarding them, and they've ignored them all. But they have no reason to play this platform that they say is just sitting there, and they don't have anything to play on it.
Well,
sounds like preference to me.
That's his preference. If they don't prefer to touch it, that's on them.
But you see, the problem is, yeah, exactly.
They're saying there's nothing to play.
I don't act like you come from a neutral point of view and then like, oh, this doesn't have this and this and that. You're not neutral.
Exactly.
Like, I have no problem with you not being neutral. I really don't. But just stop acting like you are and then try to talk down to everybody else.
Yeah.
Here's my
If
thing.
you have a preference, state clearly what your preference is. Don't try to sweep shit under the rug and. Sorry, I'm saying the same thing you guys already saying. Continue.
Well, this is what I would say. I would say to the average gamer, the Xbox One the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 completely dust the Wii U with regards to catalog. If you're one of those people that took a break from gaming, if your last platform was a PlayStation 2 or a Nintendo 64 or something like that, there's a lot of stuff on those platforms because of all the re-releases from PlayStation 3. So if you missed all that, then by far, those are the two platforms. Pick one of those two and run with it. You'll get a lot more game out of it than you would with you, because you'll get all the third party plus some of the new first party stuff that they brought to the table. So without a doubt, I would say that to a person that skipped the generation. But
I'd say if you skipped 1 or 2, yeah.
Yeah, but if you coming straight off the PlayStation 3, like I don't know what to tell you because you're playing the same stuff.
For the most part.
Literally.
For the most part, there's a few things that aren't on PS3.
Wait. That's not true. I got Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Oh, wait, no, that's on PS3.
But the next gen
was on PS3. No, that's on PS3. Wait, I got... No, that's
the next gen was
PS3.
here.
Damn it.
With Metal Gear Solid 5, even though I could play it on my last gen console.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I want.
Every game I have on my PS4 is on my PS3 if I really wanted to get it. Wow.
Even Tomb Raider's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like what?
But Nintendo even went out of their way to make a game that was clearly possible on the Wii, impossible on the Wii. So when they made New Super Mario Bros. U, they found a way to make it impossible to play on the Wii.
Yeah. There's no way.
They used the boss rush. I forget what the name of it was called, whatever, when you add blocks or whatever and all this other kind of stuff, and having the Miiverse and all the other kind of stuff added to it. Yeah, that can't be done. That can't be done on the Wii. You could use a Wii remote to play it, but you need the Wii U console to see all the other content and be able to play.
I don't think you can play the 4-player, the 4 players, co-op multiplayer even on the Wii. I don't know if that's even possible.
It was. I thought it was on there. I don't know. I refused to pay $50 for that version. It was $50 all the way up until the Wii U came out.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just get the one for Wii U.
You talking about
New Super Mario Bros.
Yeah.
New Super Mario Bros.
I'm thinking Super Mario 3D World. That's what I'm thinking, sir.
Okay. Yeah. 3D World is a completely different scenario. But that's 3D platforming almost made 2D-ish. And yeah, you just can't. That's not going to happen on the Wii.
Well, I mean, even Nintendo Land, that's stepping away from what we could do,
Way far away, because
Right.
it's a combination of multiple technologies. And I'm still trying to figure out how, like, Dance Central Spotlight, you could do that on the 360 Connect. Like, it won't be as accurate, but I haven't even seen anything from the Xbox One Connect that's absolutely impossible on the 360. So and with all the other ports being out there, basically games are scalable. They, especially now, the way they're made, they're highly scalable because they use their internal targets are PCs. So
yeah.
Oh well, not to bore everyone. I'm just ranting.
Boring. No.
Hey, you guys are just a bunch of
So
fanboys.
what about should we touch everything? I mean, TJ, because from what I'm looking at, this list here, it's mostly stuff we already knew about.
Yeah, they're kind of showing. They have an indie area, but they haven't. It just like they're just now starting to let people in that, I guess. So
Sega Net Mahjong. Wow, that gave me a flashback.
Yeah, that's they're really trying to, like, the public day starts this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So and from what I understand, they're not going to open the indie stuff until last for them, and the press will get it Friday. So they've opened it up for key people to go and I guess get video, but I haven't seen anything yet as far as what's going to be there. I'm on actually their official site right now, trying to see what they had listed. They normally have a lot of that stuff out there for the press, but there's no press release out. So
I think it's safe to say that 8th gen was a little rushed. They probably should have waited at least another year.
Oh, that's a given.
That had been stated before, though.
Yeah, it's been the system. We've said this millions of times before. The Wii U came out, everybody panicked, and tried to bring out the systems before the Wii U could get a good foothold. And sadly, it worked, but only because Nintendo was playing a little too nice.
Yeah. I got one alibi for the TGS thing, right? So they have one thing that I don't think I've seen in a lot of exhibitions in other areas or whatever. There's a place to go where literally all they're doing is recruiting people to different schools and institutions so you could be a video game programmer or a designer. So literally they're recruiting at TGS.
That's awesome. I need to go there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in any of the other events like that. I've seen like they have a game dev symposium where one guy talks about his post-mortem on a game he worked on and how horrible it was and the publisher is evil, all that kind of stuff. But I haven't seen anything like, hey, give me your business card, fill out this application, we'll get back to you. I haven't seen anything like that in any other type of trade show. And in my opinion, that's what a trade show should be about. It's about trade, right? And if you want to keep the industry going, you got to keep people working there. So to me, that's part of trade.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah. So bravo TGS.
It's time for a second career in video game design, I think.
Go to Japan. Go over there and, I don't know, teach English to students.
I gotta learn Japanese.
I'll work on script writing. I know some Japanese. I got to work on it though. Come on, games. Sorry, wow, games. GBGI and you. Let's work on some gaming scripts.
He ran away.
Both of his iterations are not saying anything.
He said be right back. I saw it on the message.
Yeah. Did anybody? What do you guys think of the latest? Are we censoring this show at all? I heard a couple of curses. Can we?
As long as it ain't too crazy.
Shit stop. They've released their plans for current and future consoles. So now if there's a console bundle with a digital code, it will not be sold at their large retail chains. So that's not saying they wouldn't sell them online. Brick and mortar is a no-go. So I think they're putting their foot down already, trying to tell look that we know y'all are making all digital consoles and we're not. Don't expect to be able to get anything other than the normal SKU sold here.
Hey! Don't talk smack about shit stop. I just got my system from there.
Just hope you didn't get that lovely warranty to go with it that covers, I don't know, nothing.
It's BS. I never get the warranty from that store.
Yeah.
Plus, most of my systems I've had for well over a decade with no issues.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
I'm still rocking. I've had my PS2 since what? Since launch. It still works just fine.
Outside of the 360 and the original PS1, I haven't really had any console hardware failures, really. The Wii, but that was only because I played the hell out of Brawl, and I guess the disc heated up and the Bluetooth chip shorted out.
Can somebody just please explain to me why I need a Windows PC to fix the errors of my video game console? Can somebody please explain that to me?
Well, in one of my Shadowcasts, and a couple of weeks ago, I kind of addressed that. You shouldn't have to have Windows 10 to see videos on Xbox One, you shouldn't. It should just automatically upload to YouTube, kind of like how the Wii U does in Super Mario Kart. Yeah.
I don't understand. Like I get an error code. Like my Xbox One has an error code right now. Will not work. It's based on what do you call it? System. What is it called? Update. So for some reason it's having issues updating, and so I get the error code E203, I think it is. And but it, so I go look it up on Xbox.com/support, and it's like, well, you need a Windows-based PC, a flash drive. I'm like, why do I need this stuff to fix my video game console that has nothing to do with my computer? Or it's supposed to not have anything to do.
They've been exposed. They've been exposed. It's actually a mini computer.
When did this happen? Like, I shouldn't have to be a PC technician to run my video game console. That's why I'm a console gamer, because I wanted to get away from the PC stuff, the issues and stuff like that.
It's a corrupt update. It's a corrupt update error, and it's been going on. It's been going on since launch.
Since launch, yeah. I know. I know about that. Yeah. And it finally caught me. It finally got me. And these are my options, and basically, I'm risking like having to delete everything on my hard drive.
Are you serious?
Restarting my entire hard drive. So all my game saves, everything that I have to re-download all the games that took up 97% of my hard drive, by the way.
And you don't know what's going to sync back with the
right. I have no idea.
Are you freaking kidding me?
This is the future. This is the next generation of gaming, folks.
Wait, gentlemen, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Wait, so you saying all that? Wow.
Yeah, so I can lose everything, all my saves that I've been killing it in a lot of games on my Xbox One, and I'm going to lose all that, and it's going to completely demotivate me. And all those, I'm not going to go back and start all the way over in games that I was almost finished with.
I've been complaining about game DVR for a while, but it ended up affecting me in my Killer Instinct playing at some point, because I was already upset because I couldn't do because I wanted to do videos live from the game DVR tool, right? I wanted to use what it had to make the videos, right? Yeah. So I started using that, and what it does is when you use game DVR, it halves your resolution somehow. Like it takes the foreground and the background of whatever game you're playing, and it registers in two separate fields at the same time. And sometimes you'll get these errors where there will be no text on the front of your game because it's pulled it to the game DVR side and you don't see it yet. And then when you try to get it back running again, it may or may not come back together, or it'll stall out, or it'll crash the app. Well, at one point in time, it crashed Killer Instinct, and since the Xbox One has suspend states for every VM, which is your game, basically, all three platforms run games on VMs. In case nobody knew, these are all virtual states that all the consoles run now. So the Xbox One kept it in a save state. So every time I turned the console on, it jumped into that corrupted state. So when I got an update for Killer Instinct for Season 2 was broken for the first official day that it came out, because I had the beta before that when I was playing before Season 2 came out. The first official day when everybody else had Season 2, it was broken. I couldn't get into it. That app would not run. Anytime I tried to run that game, I had to delete Killer Instinct and all my saves off the console, and then have to try to reload it and sync back to Xbox Live. I was just lucky enough that after 2 or 3 deletes and trying to get it synced back from Xbox Live, it downloaded the correct install and installed it correctly, and my saves came back from the cloud. I was lucky with that, but for whatever reason, it worked out, and I haven't touched or tried to do anything like that since.
Yeah. If I lose,
are really scaring me, because
if I lose all my stuff, and I have to like restart this thing, my Xbox One is done. I'm taking it back. I'm gonna build me a little PC and be done.
At this point, it's not your stuff anymore, because I found out that people used to hack like the Xbox Live achievements and stuff like that. So there's a product ID for each version of every game out there, and it's also registered in Xbox Live. and it matches a hash with your profile, and it validates the key to make sure that everything's legit. Well, people were able to bootleg that on the Xbox, on the Xbox 360, move it around to another legit 360 from their hacked one, and then try to force it to skip, and then trick the Xbox One servers to take me your stuff, and all of a sudden, you have an inflated gamer score and stuff like that, right? Well, now, Microsoft caught wind of that, so now they control everything on the server, both your client side and your live ID and everything associated with it is all managed on multiple different servers, and they all validate against each other. So now Microsoft sees everything, and they fail safe everything. That may end up being a detriment if somehow that stuff becomes corrupted in the cloud, because what it's going to do is going to roll back to the last save state that may not have all the stuff that you had on there the last time. So you might be listening to a couple of saves here and there, and you don't even know it because Microsoft's just like, no, our servers crashed. Let's roll back to the last update, and the last update could have been 2-3 days ago. And if you played some games in between that time, woe be you. Play it again.
Just imagine like you're a parent, like, and you don't know about video games and any of that kind of stuff, and your kid comes to you and my Xbox is giving me this, and you go look at it and you follow the steps, and it's like, procure a 2 GB or higher flash drive.
Yeah.
So
make sure you format that flash drive in NTFS. Like what? Like you got to be a technician, or a hardcore, quote unquote, hardcore gamer that's into this kind of stuff and has to deal with this stuff all the time. But like the average person, like, wow. And like me, I'm a Mac house. I don't have a working Windows box in this house.
I have Tuxera though, so I can view NTFS on my Mac.
Yeah.
I gotta have that kind of stuff just in case, because I deal with different customers all the time, and I'm not. Yeah. I got to be able to see everybody's stuff. I'm not going to run Windows to see it, though, if I don't have to.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's really odd. You shouldn't have to do that to resolve. And I'm looking at some of the screenshots from what you were talking about, T, and that is ridiculous. Yeah. And, of course, they use this as their opportunity to pimp Windows 8 and Windows 10, by the way, because they happen to conveniently do screenshots. Yeah. Like, go figure.
Like, if I lose my stuff, I'm done with this Xbox. I'm telling you. That's how I'm just not.
You guys, no, see, you don't have to talk about this stuff during this podcast, because I'm like, you guys taking away my hype. I'm getting the elite version in November. I'm like, yes, finally, Killer Instinct, and I'm hearing you guys.
This doesn't happen to everybody. I mean,
no, it's random. It depends.
It's still disheartening to hear, though.
Yeah.
I mean, don't lie, tell the truth, but I'm like, man, you guys just kind of killed some of my joy a little bit.
I will say this, though. If it may or may not affect you, because, like, all of us, we collectively go back and forth from multiple different platforms. We don't stick to one platform like did it. So I don't turn my Xbox One on every day. It's supposed to be on standby and always going online on its own anyway. But if you're not actively using it and pushing those updates, it may not. Updates may stack and they may corrupt each other. That's a known Windows issue. Like every Thursday they release updates and they have to go back and make patches for those updates because they crashed a previous update. So this is nothing new to them.
I just want to turn my game console on, put the disc in, and play the damn game. That's all I want to do.
Well, then all you need is
only one platform that can do that, but that's
Wii U. That's the only one that does that.
Cares about. And that for me, there's still merit in that.
I don't know though, man. That Infamous, that's a pretty good game.
But you know something that's funny? I learned the hard way is that I had an issue. My internet temporarily cut down for like a day. And what I didn't know until recently is that if you lose the internet, it completely bricks your PS3.
No, that's not exclusive.
PS3 or PS4? Because PS3 should be.
Yeah, PS3 should be fine. I think.
No. There was like a funky update. I think it was connected to Netflix or something.
Oh, so
but
like
I can even play a movie. Wow. I could not even put a Blu-ray disc and watch a movie.
Wow.
I had to keep messing around with my router and eventually get my internet back up. Thank you, Verizon. Great service sometimes. I was just like, I was livid. I'm like, I was like, all right, fine, I get it. I can't go to the internet. My server's acting up. That's cool.
Wow, I gotta
It
verify
didn't
this now.
play. I couldn't even do it. So
Now
I
you've got me questioning if I should test that with my PS3.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it too. My son
turn off
I'm-
your router for a little bit. If it doesn't affect the rest of your device, turn off your router and try to play your PS3
Wow.
and see what happens. Try to put in a movie, any movie.
Ugh.
The DRM though.
That's crazy. Okay.
I wouldn't think that they would have done that to the PS3 or the 360.
The
Yeah,
funny
we'll
part
be
is
the
when I,
point.
Works
when I
without
first
internet.
got my PS3, I didn't even have internet. Well, I had it on my phone, but I didn't have Wi-Fi at the time, and I had no issues.
Mm.
Now I got Wi-Fi all the time. My system, I lose the internet for like 12 hours, and my PS3 becomes a brick.
Wow.
Mm. Yeah, that sucks. That
Welcome
would not
to
be
the
good.
future.
Well,
Well, then F the
Both your
future.
consoles
Sorry.
at large.
seeing as how this took like a dramatically,
It kind of veered way away from what it was supposed to.
yeah.
Sorry,
Probably my
sorry,
fault.
sorry.
Probably my fault.
Let's try
Sorry,
to
Jay.
at least on some kind of a positive note.
Yeah, let's get back to the
Okay.
positivity.
Windows 10 is okay for enterprise.
Hey, PS4 positivity. PS4 positivity.
Yeah. So
Say
last
it
week,
looks beast.
yeah, last
Look
week.
at this. Yeah, you said positive, right? Eesh.
Yeah.
Yes, he got his. I'm a little
Okay.
jealous.
Okay. All right. Last week on last week's midweek show, we did a little gaming gift ideas for the Wii U. This week, I want to do one for the PS4. Like last week, I'm gonna say if you don't know what to get the person that you're buying for, just get them a PlayStation card.
Yes.
$20 or 50. I think they come in 20 and 50 and 40. I think.
Give them the highest price one. They'll be more appreciative.
Yeah, they'll be way more appreciative. But for me, I can. There's a couple of games that I know I enjoy. If you are a Dragon Ball fan, Dragon Ball Xenoverse is off the
Hell
chain,
yes. I
and
can't wait to play that.
the online is good. I played it I played it a few times. Last time I played it was a couple weeks ago, and it's working fine. At first, it wasn't working, but now it's working fine. Another one that I actually enjoy Infamous.
Yes.
Especially that DLC for First Light. First Light is actually off the chain. So I enjoy. Those are my two recommendations, along with the card. If you're trying to figure, if you don't know what to get. So if anybody else has any other gift ideas for the PS4,
I got a
I would
couple.
say.
Go ahead, T. You
Oh,
do.
my bad. No, I was just gonna say, if they haven't played this series before, which I would say get them the Uncharted collection, because that's a great
Yeah, I
group
forgot
of
about that.
games
That's right.
to play on your PS4, especially if you've never played the Uncharted series, because it's a really good series. 3 was in the epitome. I would say it wasn't bad, but it wasn't. It didn't lead up to like the other two led up. You would think it would lead up to something better in 3, but 3 was just a little underwhelming. That desert scene, though. I mean, come on. Like you had all this cool stuff going on. But anyway, that's the series. If you're new to your PlayStation 4 and you haven't played that series before, I would say Uncharted collection would be good to go.
Yes, that's a good idea. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
anybody else?
Well, I was going to ask a question. Is Tearaway digital only on PS4?
I do not know.
I was just thinking because that would be a good
Probably.
game to pick up. If it has a physical copy, that'd be a good game to pick up.
There is physical copies. I saw it in
For
GameStop
Tearaway
today.
Unfolded.
Unfolded, yeah.
Oh, I don't know if it's unfolded.
No, I'm not
but
talking
it's
about the Vita one. I'm talking about the PS4.
Yes,
Yeah.
there is a PS4 version. I saw it at GameStop.
Okay.
I was debating to
Alright.
get it today.
Yeah.
I might
Okay.
get it up next time.
Oh,
Bad choice of words.
Wow.
Well,
I also say if you have not played God of War 3, since they remastered it for the PS4 in 1080p, 60 frames a second, those clickbait words there.
Which is irrelevant depending on the type of TV you have and how close you are to the TV. Just saying.
Wasn't the PlayStation 3 supposed to support two 1080p screens
They overestimated.
in 16 by 2 format? I thought.
They overestimated.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Man,
They've never done that.
bro.
It was their bad. It's okay.
Shadow. Shots fired means 9mm gun. Not grenade, not missile launchers. Just letting you know.
Not shotgun blast to the face.
Exactly.
I go hard. I'm sorry.
You don't do the regular shots. You be dropping bombs and grenades and.
I go hard and I never forget. Just
Get up close with a sawed off, man. You gotta. But yeah, I would say get God of War 3 remastered. As much as I hate to admit it, Star Wars Battlefront is looking pretty
Oh
good.
yes.
Yeah.
You should.
So I would say get that.
Why do you hate to admit it?
Because I don't like EA. That's why.
Neither do I. But
I don't like
evil,
EA.
but they still have the occasional gem.
Yes,
They're
that's why I say it's not because I don't want to give the game props. I just don't like them.
they're fixing a little bit. They're starting to.
Hopefully
come
Origin
around.
will be fixed.
Yeah, this last E3 kind of gave me a little bit of hope for them.
I feel the same way
It
about
did, I'll admit, because they were probably my favorite E3 conference this year.
But Ubisoft, they got some work to do.
Oh yes.
So yeah, they definitely got work to do.
I feel the same way about WB, aka the publisher that gives you
they-
Game of the Year.
The last
WB
2
is
years
EA
they
unknown.
disappointed me.
WB is EA unknown.
Yeah, WB the last 2 years have been disappointing me greatly.
Their games are great when they come out in Christmas time, because then they give you all the DLC they sold you earlier.
Yep.
So
That's
Yeah,
why
I
you
wait-
always
that's
get the game of the year.
That's what I
edition.
waited on, the game of the year. I ain't buying a.
Positive, guys. Positive.
Oh yeah, you're right.
All
right.
right.
Positive.
Okay.
Okay, I'm positive
Witcher
that
3.
tonight I'm going to play some Xenoverse and I'm gonna freaking love it.
Yes, you will.
Witcher 3 is good too.
Witcher 3 is another good purchase.
Witcher 3 is a good. It's a
Yes,
good
it is.
game.
Yes, it is. I've heard nothing but good things. Well,
And that's
mostly
one of the
good things.
games that I'm really far in right now. And if I lose that game, positive, my bad, positive.
I'm surprised none of you guys mentioned it. Metal Gear.
Huh?
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear. I would have rolled around to that.
Say what you
There's
will.
potential. There's potential there. I'll say that.
It's Metal Gear. It plays like Metal Gear, and it's a really
Well, this Metal Gear
It's really
gives you
Metal
the
Gear.
choice between action and stealth.
yeah.
And it's a real choice, unlike Splinter Cell.
And I've heard that you can hoist people up with balloons to the sky, and then they
That's
become
funny.
part of your team.
You-
I want to get that game just so I can do that.
That's I'm gonna lie to you. I would like to see that myself.
But that's part of the charm of that game. It is so ultra Japanese in some places and so serious in others.
I'm like,
everything right.
when I heard that, I was like, oh gosh, I've got to see this. I've got to play this and do it myself. We'll sneak up behind somebody, choke them out, and sit them up into that.
Just watch them float into the sky.
Have you seen the footage of people making other making other non NPCs salute the box? Like you
No,
hide-
I have not seen that.
Yeah, you hide in a cardboard box and you can make them salute the box over and over again. So that kind of stupid stuff is that to me, I think that game will be charming for a lot of people.
Yeah, well, Kojima, you did a good job. Let's give him a round.
Kojima, who's that? He's not on the box.
His name is all over the daggone inside of the game.
I heard.
It's the little things that bring joy
Produced
to
by
your life.
Kojima, written by Kojima, developed by Kojima's team. It was like, God dang. Like you hardcore put your name everywhere in there because you knew they were taking you off the box.
I got one more recommendation.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be mad at me again because I'm speaking of evil companies, but with a good product this year actually. EA came through with that Madden.
Okay. Well, I can't say nothing about Madden because I haven't played a Madden in like 7-8 years.
You're probably right, but Jay,
I take that back. I played last year's Madden, but I've played it on PS3,
Okay.
and I wasn't happy with that.
If you played the last two on the 8th generation platforms, and then you play this one, you will see why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like they actually, this is probably the game that should have came out in 2013 at this point. So yeah, no complaints. I would recommend that to any PlayStation 4 owner or we're talking about PlayStation 4. So.
You ain't really got a choice. So.
Yeah. Well, just anybody looking for it.
That kind of makes me wonder what happened to that developer AE Games and all that smack talk that they had.
Yeah, they ran out of money.
Positive, son, positive.
They ran out of money. Now they're living wonderful lives.
Less stress because they don't have to program all day.
Gaming, wonderful lives.
Yeah.
And on that note, we're gonna wrap this thing up.
Because Shep has to connect his new PS4.
Yeah. So
I mean, because we gotta wrap it up.
Shep, just give your outro.
Yay! See you guys Sunday.
All right. Shadow.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm the first multi-console owner of the group, like having all of them, but yeah, welcome to the family, I guess. And do you play games to have fun or to impress other people? Fuck it. You'll see the videos. It's whatever.
Oh yeah, I gotta see that. That looks really good.
Oh man.
All right, T.
All right, fools. Had fun as usual. Yeah, gotta think positive, you know. So play Nintendo fools.
No. This is PlayStation.
Play everything, fools. Play everything, fools.
Station, say it right.
All right, Andre.
Oh man, that's just...
There was a Nintendo PlayStation though. So
yes, and
True.
And it got scrapped. So we're moving on. No,
you guys really need to work on your positive things, seriously.
I am positive. I am positively going to tell you what you don't want to hear.
Man, just do your damn outro.
Alright, fine. Bunch of critics.
Are you a black ninja?
No. I'm a blue ninja. Fuck black, fuck red, I'm blue.
Hey.
Oh my goodness.
Watch language, please.
I'm sorry. Okay. I had a bad day.
See, now I gotta say some Hail Marys for your soul. Continue.
Okay, this is the longest outro I've had. Look,
it's great. Keep it going.
Just check my videos out, GVGINU. If you have hate mail, gvginu@gmail.com. I don't care. Go ahead. Play your games, enjoy your games, have fun, and shut up.
Okay. So, well, people, that's our show. Check us out on Sunday. Hopefully, it won't go as crazy as this one is.
Hopefully, I'm not this bad. I think I got some. I got influenced by the Bad Shepherd.
Wait. I just want to point out that this episode I kind of sort of behaved. You can blame it all on T and Shadow this time.
Goodness, it's just haters at heart.
Tune in to Shadowcast. There'll be, I don't know. We can put it in a different folder or something.
Oh man.
Yeah.
This is the most chaotic outro I've seen in a long time.
Yes, it is. Okay, I'm shutting up.
We will catch you guys later. We're out of here. We're out of here. We're just out here. We're out of here.
We out.
Later, fools.
Peace.